Okay, so my brother and I have the same birthday, so both of our birthdays are coming up. It's weird. We're not twins. We're like 2 years apart. So he had like 2 birthdays to himself, and then we just started sharing them because I was born. But I have some sketches here for his cake that I will be designing. And side note, you know how in The Bear, Carmy, like the main star, he like comes out with these like sketches. So he sketches all these drawings out of food, and they have like shading, and they're all nicely colored. This took me an hour. So he has chose a triple chocolate cake. Chocolate cake, chocolate frosting, and chocolate ganache. That's probably my least favorite cake, which is funny. He really likes cars a lot. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a tire on the outside, and then on the top is gonna be like a strip from a racetrack, and I'm gonna put little model cars on it. Let's get on with the history. Starting around like the 17th century, there was a psychiatrist named Dr. James Baker and an Irish immigrant named John Hammond. I know, that is the easiest name to say, but I can't say it. But they figured out how to put like cocoa beans together, grind them up, and it makes cocoa powder. And then later in like the 19th century, or 18th century, they started putting that cocoa powder in their cakes and their batters, and then it just became chocolate cake. But back in the 17th century, it was typically used for like drinks, you know, like the liqueur. We're gonna leave this here for the chef. I mean, you know, who needs vacation, you know? If you love your job, who needs vacation? So she's gonna love the week up ahead, because we will be making my cake next, which is 3 tiers, and you know, I'll save it for another day. Let me go get her. So this is what we're doing. Well, the good news is I have some chocolate frosting, and I have some ganache in the fridge. It scared me. So yeah, your baking soda, salt, in the flour, cocoa powder. I don't know why I didn't just put this all in one bowl to begin with. So you take all your dry ingredients that we didn't just put it all in one bowl to begin with, and we just put that in there. Try not to breathe in too much. Ooh, that smells good though. Okay. Egg. Second egg. Then you want to put your oil and your milk. Coffee break. Kidding. Yep. You're not going to taste the coffee, just letting you know. Now we have our cake tins here. And what I would do is I would cut out like a circle, because I personally always have issues getting the cake out in one piece because it sticks to the bottom no matter how much ham I spray in there. But I would still grease it regardless. Put those in. Oops. I have to wait, it was at 325. supposed to be done. And then we'll get to decorating. Yep. Alright, so our cakes are out, and you're gonna grab one of these bad boys. I let them cool for like 10 minutes, that way they don't stick to the pan. But this is the moment of truth. See that? See that? Saves you. So our cakes are cooling, and then once they're cool, we'll start decorating. I think this is why kids ate Play-Doh. So I was kneading this dough for like a good 10 minutes, and the vision was that I would make the white fondant black, but as you can see throughout the video, it doesn't change very much no matter how much gel food coloring I add. And I was like, oh, maybe it's because it was liquid, but even when I added liquid, it still wouldn't change its color very much, and it ended up just getting all over my hands. So I decided to put it into sections and see maybe I could dye it individually and then put it all together as one big piece. So I went for that tactic, and still not very much luck, and I guess I had to go back to the store and buy black fondant. So I still tried though, and it got a little bit darker, but not much, and definitely not the entire color that I wanted. So I decided maybe I could add purple and make it purple for my cake, which I'll be doing the next day, but still not very much luck. And well, I thought maybe I could still save some of it, because I saved a little bit or set some aside at the beginning to make the stripes of the road. So here I am putting it into one big clump to saran wrap it and see if there's a cake that I need to make. I can use that. And then the sectioned portion that I put off to the side at the beginning, I'm dyeing it yellow, which it's still a pretty pale yellow, so I'm guessing this was not meant to be a dyed fondant. It was just supposed to say the color that it originally came in.
So I decided I was going to cut out the little pieces of the road. I don't know what it's called, but it's like the middle dotted line. I know there's a name for it, and I should know because I drive, but I don't know it. Hopefully my license doesn't get revoked because I don't know every single line on the road. But yeah, so that's me putting them aside, and then I have to clean up this mess for sure, and we'll get back to decorating later. Okay, so it's the next day, and it's definitely better than the other one for sure. So if you want good quality, I would recommend probably going to Walmart to get the Wilton fondant over the one at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, just because it's a little bit easier to work with, a lot easier to knead. It definitely smells, has less of a chemically Play-Doh smell, and I am definitely sure the reason why kids would eat Play-Doh is because of this. Or, you know, if you have a Play-Doh eating addiction, I definitely recommend switching to this healthier alternative. I, as a kid, had an issue with eating Play-Doh as well, so you're not alone. You'll get through it, I promise. Just switch to fondant. As you can tell, I'm really not the best at using fondant. It's my first time, and yeah, I think decorating it's going to be worse. So I was originally going to use more fondant to like make the indents, or not indents, but the tracks to the tire, but I didn't have enough. Clearly, what I have set aside to the right is all I have left of the black. So I decided to grab a butter knife and carve out each little piece, which I thought like, oh, this is going to be easy. It looks so simple in all the pictures and references. No, it was not at all. If you have talent of doing this, congratulations. I highly admire you. But I had issues with the cardboard that the cake was sitting on, kept almost sliding off the stand, and I had to fix. I got like really frustrated. My hat fell off at some point. My back started hurting a lot, which is weird because I'm young and I shouldn't have back problems, but I did. But nonetheless, I said it's for my brother, and I toughed it out. And then I made the details of the road and started putting on the little strips of the dotted line in the middle of the road. No idea what it's called. Probably should know. But yeah, and then I put it downstairs to freeze, and I was going to ice it later. Put my chocolate ganache, top the cake. This is definitely one of the better drips that I've done.